Growing stronger and stronger as fighting lasts longer and purer to make heaven surer. With crosses and trials and many denials we'll stop, but to die true, loyal to our King who reigns on high. Ignatius, lead us on till we die.
Dear friends, I am James Bharata Putra, a Jesuit missionary working in Indonesia, particularly in the island of Sumatra, in the Archdiocese of Medan. Now I am here through Loyola TvMdu. What does Ignatian leadership mean to me? And what are the qualities that Ignatian leadership is distinct from other leadership? Everyone knows that Inigo was a born leader and proved his leadership in his profession as a military general as well as the general of the Society of Jesus. I recall my maiden letter of 1960 as a junior at Berkman Saul at Loyola College, Madras, to Father Lawrence Fernandez, the then provincial, expressing my long-time desire of going on a foreign mission, and his reply in which he said, "Dear brother, your desire is praiseworthy, but nothing could be done immediately. Keep the desire burning, and when the time comes, the good Lord will send you on your foreign mission. In the meanwhile, you have to learn and develop the virtue of humility. Pray continuously and practice abnegation and obedience, for these are the qualities required in missionaries. And only at that end of the training, any decision could be made." These words were ringing in my ears all the time till 1963. It was during my philosophy years in Sacred College, Chamberganore, that the providence of God put me in contact with Geoffrey Colin, a Singaporean scholastic from Hong Kong mission. He came to do philosophy with us. We became friends, and one day I broached the subject of my becoming a foreign missionary in one of the conversations. Immediately he said that Hong Kong mission is looking for a Tamil-speaking priest to work in its region of Malaysia, Singapore. Immediately I wrote a letter to the mission superior of Hong Kong expressing my willingness to join, and that superior mentioned, "It all depends upon your provincial, whether he is willing to send you or not." I came back to the provincial. I wrote to him. At that time, Father Fernandez told me that until you finish your tertianship, this general will not allow you to go. The process is long, but keep praying, waiting for the grace of missionary vocation. It is an interesting story. My uncle, Father K.S. Michael of Metuputti Parish fame, gave me a valuable advice on the importance of completely trusting in God's providence. So this advice I will try to practice and make it my own witness to the world. In all the years of my missionary work in Indonesia, I was very particularly paying attention to this virtue of confidence in God's providence. It is God's providence that took me from India to Indonesia, but through twists and turns. First, I went to Malaysia to do my regency. There, 1 year after regency, visa was denied to me. Then I thought my missionary ambition is gone to the winds. But God, in His own providence, took me from there to Indonesia to do my theology. There, God decided that my missionary work is in Indonesia. Then, after my ordination, the first appointment came from the Superior of Hong Kong that we cannot get you back to Malaysia, but there is a demand for you from Medan Archbishop to work among the migrant Indians there. So we decided to lend you, go and do the missionary work there. Then I trusted in the providence and I thought it was God's own taking me from Malaysia to Indonesia. He planted me there to grow and bear fruits there, that I can say in confidence that I have witnessed through my life how the providence can achieve. Out of 50 years of my mission life in Indonesia, 30 years were spent alone in parish and the shrine work, which provided a life of contemplative action in the virtual company in presence of Jesus, Mary, St. Ignatius and St. Francis Xavier, who was my icon and model in my mission life. I am a Jesuit with a difference I mentioned earlier, because there was no Jesuit community in the places where I worked for the past 50 years. So I lived with the other religious communities like Capuchins, the Augustinians and the Carmelites, but not in a Jesuit community since my appointment as a missionary in Medan. Though there was no Jesuit community around, I have to go to meet a community 2,500 kilometers away in Java. However, I was like a diocesan priest working for the diocese in a Jesuit garb, or the other way about, I am a Jesuit in the diocesan garb. This time gave me plenty of time to converse with God and to know Him. By nature, I am a dreamer, so I dream dreams. It is the fruit of my contemplative life all these years. I dreamed the dream God wanted. As you know, that dream of God I dreamed came true in the form of the establishment of the shrine of Anne Barangkani in Medan as the Archdiocesan Pilgrimage Center. And today it has become the icon of the area, inviting people from all over the world to come and experience God in that place. In the beginning of my missionary life, I dreamed of my own dreams and what I can do for God. So I jealously engaged in pastoral work with my own plans and my own dreams. Then I came to a point, failures, disappointments, and frustration in the apostolate made me to see things differently. Then I remembered the advice of my uncle about the providence. My dear, if you are going on a mission, if you are going to do your own work, don't expect anything from God. But if you are going to do God's work, He has to give everything to you to accomplish that work. Then during these failures and so on, I came to a point to leave everything, my vocation, my faith, and go back to India. And even I wrote a letter to Father General, that is, to ask him to release me. But the Holy Father, Padre Arupe, said, you need rest. Go on a sabbatical, make a good retreat, and tell me later. So I came to India and looking for a retreat and found Father Tony de Mello's retreat was available in Kerala. It is in that retreat I experience the cannonball moment of conversion, I realized I was holding the hand of God and dragging him to my ideas and dreams. That's why I met with so many failures and disappointment. But I decided, pray to God, please take my hand and hold tight so that I may not run away from you whenever not. Lead me wherever you want me to go. That way, my life was completely changed. I try to see everything, every experience in a different way, the eyes of faith. From that time onwards, I was completely free. It is during that retreat I realized that I have to go back to the mission and do God's work and not my work. We all know the spirit of Ignatian's daring audacity from the very birth of the society to pioneer into faraway missions in the service of the church. With a limited number of Jesuits, he sent St. Francis Xavier to India. That spirit I wanted to practice. I dared to take up any appointment, any job given by the church. So I spent 12 years in a parish in Medan city. Another 8 years I was sent to a place, a difficult place among the Muslims, where missionary work is not allowed. The only thing they allow is only education. So I dared to establish in several places schools. Then I was sent to be a rector in a seminary. I was not prepared for formation work, but still I dared to take up this, trusting in the providence. Finally, in 2000, when I came back after going to various places, the Archbishop asked me to establish a shrine to spread the devotion to Our Lady. He said, I have no money, you have to plan it, you have to look for money, and you have to establish. I dared to plunge into that mission as a final mission. Trusting fully in God's providence, I started, and in 4 years, the church was finished. It has become the pilgrimage center of the Archdiocese, and people are coming from all over. So I consider this is the crowning of God's mission to me in Indonesia. I have spent the whole of my mission for more than 4 decades witnessing to Ad Maiorem Dei Gloriam. This is how I practice the leadership of Ignatius, daringly pioneering and pioneering with daring. Thank you very much.
Growing stronger and stronger as fighting lasts longer and purer to make heaven surer with crosses and trials and many denials will stop. But to die true, loyal to our King who reigns on high. Ignatius, lead us all.